Hey guys, it's me, Badger. I won't be doing a lot of talking today, while actually videoing the video because, as you can hear, I'm losing my voice. I have a very bad cold, so not corona, just a bad virus that's been going around my family. So I'll be fine, but my voice is irritated and it takes a lot of energy to talk. So basically, today I'm going to be making Lekku out of some regular old tights. I've already made two before. I the first time I made some was for May the 4th, and uh, so I'll put a picture of what that looks like here. And I have made another pair for my sister, and I need to make another thing of Lekku because my mom, me, and my sister are all going to be Twi'leks for Halloween. So, and also I wanted yellow. So, for Hufflepuff. But yeah, so I'm just going to get into the video.
So I didn't realize that you guys couldn't see me actually doing the cutting bit, so I'll just quickly tell you what is happening here. I am cutting like a kind of triangle kind of shape and making sure you want to get rid of the heel completely. The heel should not exist on your tights anymore. So you cut it from the heel to the tip of the tights and make sure that your cut goes with the like the curve of the tights. That way it looks more natural. So like if you just cut, like a normal like heel to points of your tights, that won't look as natural. So like after you do the first cut, kind of like snip around, make sure it's all um, aligned there, and make sure that everything looks natural. Obviously, if your cut is not 100% clean, that's okay. This is very stretchy material. It's understandable, and you can easily hide that up when you're sewing, so don't stress too much about it. So here I'm going to show you kind of what it needs to look like, how you need to cut it. It's still kind of messy, but that's alright. Like I said, it can get fixed later. You don't need to worry too much about that. It will be fine in the end product. Um, so that's what both of them look like cut. Like I said again, triangles, kind of going with the tights, and all good here.
Hi guys. It's another day. I kind of had to put this to a standstill because I really wasn't feeling well yesterday, and I'm still not 100% today, but I am a lot better. As you can tell from my voice, I am a lot better than I was yesterday. So, but just to recap, your tights should kind of look like this. It should be all pinned together. Should pin them as best you can. It's understandable if you can't get them 100%. I never get 100%. And I'll just quickly show you how you're supposed to sew it in, and then I'll just move on to the next. Right, so I did a little bit, just not a lot at all. But so that'll be easier when I show you guys what to do. So basically, you kind of bring the string over like that. Go in the other side, somewhat close to where you put that one first hole. Make sure that the loop was stuck in there, and pull and tighten. I'll show you a couple more times so you guys get the gist. Just in case you didn't see, I don't know if you guys saw, so I'm gonna make sure you actually see. So, brought the string over. Make always when you're going through this, just double check over and over again to make sure that your edges are aligned, because
with tights, it's so easy because of how elastic they are. But I don't know if you can see the loop. There's like the little loop right there. And you need to make sure facing the direction you want it to before tightening. Boom. But yeah, like I said, the tights are very elasticy, so it's very easy for the edges to slip around and come out of place, even with them being pinned down. It's super easy for them to move. So I'll do it one more time. Loop the string over. Make sure it's close to the top of the edges. You don't want, because you want to be able to put as much stuffing as possibly can into your Lekku. Close to the edge, but not too close, because again, this is very elasticy material. If it's too close to the edge, it'll just slip right out, and you don't want that. And tighten. And you do that all the way down until you get to the end, and then you can just tie it up like you do with normal string, and you do it on the other side as well. And I thought I would also show you the two Lekku I have already finished, just so you have an idea of what they look like off of someone's head once they're done. But so this is the one my sister's going to be wearing. This is made just for her. But I'll also show you kind of like with the stitching. This one's a bit better in that regard. But it just has, so doing it this way makes it have a nice clean kind of seam. Make sure you get it as close to the actual color of your tights as possible. I didn't quite have the correct yellow for this, so I just used the same string that I used for this one. Yeah, I try to get the thread as closely as closely to the color of your tights as possible, so that it looks more like the Lekku, because after all, you don't want to look like you got stitches, because unless that's the look you're going for. If you want to look like you're like you have stitches and you got like stitches places, go ahead. But if you don't want to look like you have stitches, do it as I have been saying. Make sure it's nice and tight when you stuff it in. But again, here's kind of what they look like, and here's one that's slightly more stuffed, just to give you an idea of what the Lekku are supposed to look like at the end. So I'll finish sewing this up, and then I'll tell you guys what to go do from there. Hey guys, so this is taking way too long. The last time I made these, the first time I made these, I got them done like on the May 3rd. I was like, oh, I want a costume for May the 4th, and then like that, when I was going to bed, like I got tights and I made it like that. It is really fast to make unless you procrastinate. Then it's not fast to make. But I thought I would show you where I am at. So as you can see, only one of them. It's pretty lumpy, but that's okay. It'll look better when you actually wear it and whatnot. But this is what one of the tails. I don't know what you call them by them, like just one singular one, because I know together they're called Lekku. I don't know what they're called, just the individual tails. But this is what it looks like stuffed. But on one side, you go so far until you start stuffing the other leg, well, tail, I should say. So I'll show you what you need to do for stuffing it. So you get your stuffing. I'm using this stuff, and you just tear up a bit, get
especially with the ends, you want a very, very small amount. As you get farther down, you add more and more and more stuffing. But at the very end, especially, you want to be able to concentrate that stuffing. So it's okay if you don't get it 100% when you first put it in. Like, see, that looks terrible. But that's okay, because you're going to distribute the stuffing, as you go on. And also, the tip bit is the hardest part of it. The rest is just rip some stuffing, stuff it in, sort it around. The tip is the hardest part, and it's not that hard. So, like I said, this costume, I saw many people do this in the past. Like, I saw one YouTuber, she did fine, but it was a whole bunch of overcomplicating this, and there was a lot of hot gluing in it. No. This gives you the actual shape you want with all the stuffing and whatnot. So I got this kind of more to how I want it. And then I take a little bit more, bring my arm down, and just put it in. Honestly, this part of any Twi'lek costume, it's very, if you want to watch something while doing this, maybe, I don't know, to be more educational, watch a documentary or something. This is a really good part of your Twi'lek costume to work on, because it doesn't take a lot of much thinking, except, at the tip. And as you go along, you distribute a bit more of the stuffing. Like, I need to do a bit more distributing. Just do whatever works best for you. You can always go thicker, thinner. Honestly, it doesn't matter. You can, like how I have cut it with these ones, makes this go like in a kind of tip.
So I have lost the footage of that last clip. So what I was saying is that how it was cut makes it go into a tip, and you could hear my little brother saying something in the background. But I'm so annoyed because I couldn't get all the video all in one go because of how I had to get it to my laptop so I could edit, and that really annoyed me. But anyway, here I'm just stuffing it, the tights, and yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment, is stuffing the tights in it. I really didn't have to make that much video for this. Here I have finished stuffing the tights. As you can see, it's kind of lumpy, but when it's actually on your head, it's not a problem. I don't know why that is. It's just how it is. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys how to put on these Lekku. At the moment here, though, I'm putting them on for the first time. Afterwards, I took it off and did a little rearranging with the stuffing to make it how it needs to be on my head, which is something you need to do after making these. But I wanted to take this time while I'm fixing and rearranging the Lekku on my head, and before putting the scarf around my head and stuff, I wanted to take the time to announce that I have finally finished a writing project. I haven't finished any of the writing projects, like large writing projects I have started, so I'm really proud of this. It's a fan fiction called The Seventh Infinity Stone. It's based in the Marvel universe, but it has some quite unique kind of characters and kind of other universes in it as well. I'll leave a link in the description below. It's on Wattpad. I'm also submitting it into the I have submitted it into the 2020 Waddies. So if you want to check that out, the link is in the description below if you want to check out my my story. And I also have poems and short stories on Wattpad as well. I don't have any of like things that I want to actually publish on Wattpad just because of copyright infringements and all that stuff. But yeah, no more talking about my story. Here I'm just fixing the scarf on my head, and I also want to add that your Lekku can be any size you want, any length. I should have said that earlier in the video, but oh well. Like for my sister, I used like size 8 tights for 8-year-olds, and those look pretty fine. In fact, I'll put a picture here about what that looks like at that length because I originally made a pair for myself on May the 4th, as I have said before. So you can have them as long or as short as you wish. It really doesn't matter. And also, if the longer you want them, you need to go the older. So like for tights for taller people and for older people, the longer your Lekku are going to be. So that's what I want to say about that topic, just to clear everything up. And I think I'm almost done. Yep, I'm done arranging it on my head. And oh, no, I'm not. Past me, you are very picky. But yeah, I think the Lekku look pretty great. I hope you find this helpful and that you can have fun making these. That is all, and I can't wait to be able to finish off this project in the future.